And
Yeah,
one
it's
week
been
since I
messy
looked
for
at
everyone.
you.
Yeah. And we're live and we're back. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to Payback as a Lich. It's been quite some time since we've met each other. It's been yes, it's not on purpose. Was not planned. It's just one of those things that. All the stars, all the bad stars aligned and disrupted everything in terms of our game within the past month. But we hopefully are now back on track and hopefully with a full party. Look at that. That feels like the right stars aligning. So for those of you who haven't been following up or already forgot what is this campaign is about, well, in here in Payback as a Lich, we have a party full of liches, each one of a different flavor with their own different reasons and motivations to be wanting to have a revenge against Vecna. And Vecna is now a god and he is trying to take a little place in every portfolio to sound even more like a final boss for everybody. He is reshaping the multiverse in his own image. He wants to become the one and only god, and he already takes several portfolios of other gods, including the goddess of magic. He is now the mother of dragons. He's the overlord of the infinite layers of the abyss, and he's he's amassing all sorts of titles and becoming ever more powerful with his ritual of remaking. However, he did have a couple of loose ends. His former allies, Cass and Volkar, remember a little secret that Vecna tried to erase from existence a long time ago. A whole species of creatures called the Spellweavers. The Spellweavers were these sorcerous creatures that could handle magic innately. They had 6 arms. They had all sorts of alien appearance. They used to carry this weird disc with them and swords and whatnot. They loved magic items, and they build all sorts of magic items that no one else even has the knowledge to get to that level. They've built the ancient obelisks, not the ones you sometimes encounter and in some of the modules of Dungeons and Dragons, but even more the original ones. And with those obelisks, some say they used to do all sorts of magic and powerful magic above level 10. And some say that the Spellweavers never believed in gods because they felt they were even more powerful than the gods in the D&D multiverse. And yes, they kicked Vecna's ass more than once, particularly in the early days of his career as a final boss and villain in the D&D multiverse. And they also kicked the ass of Cass and Volkar sometimes, and Volkar still remembers that. Turns out that the very first try of Vecna's ritual of remaking was he did that in order to erase the Spellweavers. Volkar and Kaz were helping Vecna with that first ritual, and that is the only reason why they remember the Spellweavers ever existed. Because no one in the multiverse, not even the gods in the multiverse of D&D, remember about the Spellweavers. But Kaz and Volkar also remember that there was this obelisk, an ancient obelisk entombed in some very disguised area of the multiverse, protected by powerful magic. And they think this obelisk is some sort of backup. They think it's a fail-safe for a backup, and they think that one of the theories, at least, that explain this obelisk surviving the times and the millennia that since the erasure of the Spellweavers, is that there is indeed a lore keeper, a member of the Spellweavers race, the last one, hibernating inside of this obelisk. That's one of the theories. The other theory is that this obelisk opens a portal for time travel. There is a theory that says that No, it just has a very powerful Nera inside. These other creatures that were linked to the Spellweavers and our party encounter on their way here, and they are like they come from a mirror dimension and they are very powerful, particularly against spellcasters. And yes, the party had quite a journey to arrive here. They've collected all the 7 parts of the Rod of 7 Parts. They assembled that. They even named themselves the Left-Hand Horrors on their way here, although their current party is kind of a mixed match of members from alternative timelines. Oh yes, there's time shenanigans in this campaign as well. Our party managed to merge 2 timelines, not split, merge 2 timelines, and they've encountered their alternative selves, and they discovered there are alternative versions of Vecna, at least 4 for what they could count, that are now spread across the multiverse, some with different powers than others. And with the Rod of 7 Parts, they discover it can be used as a key to open the doors in this buried ziggurat, and to find the very last obelisk it seems to be here. And yes, even with all the scrambled timelines, the party of undead, the stakes never been higher. And it seems that they may have found that obelisk in the last session. But before we get to that, let's get to meet our protagonists tonight. So let's meet our horrors. First, let's start with Cyril, the ugly edition. The older, crabbier Cyril, recently back from the mirror plane and perhaps not thrilled about it, and about probably not thrilled about anything really. Cyril, say hello to our audience. Tell us a little bit about how you're feeling tonight.
Hello. I'm feeling fantastic. Glad to be back. Glad to get up to some more mischief and see what kind of stuff we can get up to today, whether it's, getting swallowed like some people or not getting swallowed like others. That's you, Drazolf.
Yeah.
And talking about Drazolf, our orders of scribe, although he has a knack for necromancy, and very good liar now that he has the crown of lies on his head, and also part-time Nera impersonator. If you guys need a Nera for a party or a children's birthday, just give us a call. Drazolf will be there, and he does some would say a aggressively mediocre impression of a Nera, and and he's currently inside the creature that they found, and apparently that's a fine place for him to be. I don't know, Drazolf. Say hello to our audience. Tell us a little bit about how you're feeling tonight.
Yes, I am, as always, Elgiz Rem the Ineloquent. And I must say, this is one of the most interesting stomachs I've ever gotten to examine up close, and I have seen a great many. I do hope that some of these eyeballs will survive for me to study further.
Very okay. That raises more questions than it answers, but let's move on. And then we have Midge, our lichen lich, fungal enthusiast, and druid of glorious decay. She keeps her spores in her pockets and regrets in her silence when necessary. Midge, would you say hello to our audience? Tell us a little bit about how you're feeling tonight, particularly as you've been Red Midge for some time now, and you are currently wrapped around a tentacle, and after having a strange encounter with a creature that was hitting on you, it seems that being Red Midge here is kind of hot. Midge, if you are talking, you are on mute. Did we lose Midge?
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can now.
Now we can.
Hey, Midge.
So anyway, yeah, I don't remember exactly what you were asking, but it's I'm looking forward to taking care of this thing, and I don't know. You can pass by me, cause I'm. Thanks. Bye.
Very well, very well. And we have Ronaldo as well tonight with us, glamorous herald of eternal passion. Also a little bit emotionally scarred by the 4 versions of Vecna that he discovered, but still perfectly moisturized with his skin looking never better. Ronaldo, say hello to our audience. Tell us a little bit about how you're feeling tonight.
Well, it's because if Ronaldo's ever gonna die, and if he's gonna die here, he wants to at least look immaculate for whoever finds him. That'll be the one saving grace of his death. But hopefully we don't get there. Rather intimidated by this ancient god we're about to fight, but we tend to squirrel our way through things anyways. So, good evening, everyone. Happy to be here.
Very well, very well. And then we also have, thanks for joining us, our bard, Creek, our undead bard, so deep romantic, and also some would call a professional disaster. He will make a contract with anything that breeds or used to breed, and he even managed to get himself a girlfriend, or I don't know if you can call her that. On his way here, I guess she's a kind of I don't know. Creek, explain to us. Say hello to our audience. Tell us a little bit about how you're feeling tonight and what's up with the lady.
Hey guys, Spirit King Creek here. I gotta say, we've been fighting a lot of gods, but after getting one pair of clothes melted and these jester clothes are now dirty with slime, I need a good shower after this. And a good set of clean clothes, I gotta say. We'll sweet talk this god like I sweet talk everyone I see. My girlfriend, though, man, I forgot time dilation. What would have been a couple hours felt like years for her. I gotta figure out how to win her back, not just by contract, but also by her heart. If you guys have any tips in the comments, please let me know.
Excellent. And yes, if you do have any tips, please do let us know. How do? By the way, could you just, for context, can you tell our audience what kind of creature is your girlfriend that you are contractually obliged to?
Oh, I'm glad you asked. When I laid eyes at her in 9 Hells with a name like Temptress, I knew I had to strike that deal no matter how one-sided it was going to be for her. You know what they say about Succubi in the 9 Hells. They know their way around, Avernus.
Very well, very well. And with that, let's get back to the action. Oh no, wait. Let me tell you what happened in the last session. So, our party finally reached the end of the buried ziggurat dungeon that had been found. After finding pretty much every single shortcut they could on their way here. Don't expect me to explain you how they found it. And discovered that not all obelisks are architectural. In a cavernous chamber wrapped in shadow and poison, the party found themselves beholding this titanic being, one-eyed, full of tentacles, with one single horn creature that just happens that its horn seems to resemble very much an ancient obelisk. And whether it was a guardian, a forgotten god, or just a bored cosmic intern left behind by the spell weavers, nobody were really interested in it. Instead, they immediately picked a fight with the creature. Well, technically, they were staging a rescue as Drazolf was about to be swallowed by the creature, possibly because he introduced himself as a Nera mid monologue, and the rest of the party leaped into action, or at least they tried to be very convincing in pretending they were leaping into action, while also kind of allowing Drazolf to be swallowed. Maybe wouldn't be the worst of the outcomes. And 1 minute they were shouting, "We'll save you, Drazolf," and in the next one they were, launching some eldritch hell at the thing's face, or just cursing the heavens that, "Oh no, Drazolf, you got swallowed," kicking a little rock with the feet. And the creature roared across the dimensions, the chambers shuddered, and somewhere in the shadows, the tentacles came out from, where this creature managed to wrap around Red Midge, was Midge transformed into a Red Abshai. And yes, this isn't the obelisk that they expected, but it might be just what is guarding the obelisk that they were hoping to find. As usual, Vokar, the patron or the leader or the undead tactician that has been that had provided the party with a plan to defeat Vecna, seems to always be somewhat absent of the fight, because of course he's carrying the rod of 7 parts, so he has to be very careful. It seems that this creature, the tentacle creature with the obelisk, is also, or maybe, quite interested in the rod of 7 parts as well. So the party came to learn last session. And yes, there's one more thing that is particularly odd about this buried ziggurat. Since our party has arrived here, they have found corpses. They have found corpses of creatures that have been decaying, or seem to have been passed away as a result of the traps and other things that you encounter. They're quite dangerous and lethal in this dungeon. And these corpses, they don't seem to be decaying for more than a week or so, while this place seemed to have been buried for millennia. So the party hasn't really pieced together, but it's almost as if as they were walking into this dungeon, things start to happen. Almost as if they were interrupting rituals, they were interrupting chants, they were destroying their beehives and their, I guess, their honey manufacturing production, and they were, yes, they were collecting face masks from the creatures that they found and the cultists, and yes, very, very odd. The whole thing seemed to just be almost like a place that were in stasis until our party came along and things started to move. A place forgotten by time, perhaps. Who knows? Anyway, let's get back to the fun. Let me bring you guys back to the map. And as usual, let me give you guys a few moments to figure out what you're gonna do with your strategy. So yes, here you are, as a reminder of what's going on. We have Robert De Niro, which is the code name for Drazolf, as he's disguised as a Nira. Robert De Niro has been swallowed by Zargon the Returner. That is this priest of Zargon near him, who has a mask that looks like a mind flayer. We have a Midge who's been grappled by a tentacle from this Zargon creature, and still concentrating on her Red Abshai transformation. We have Ronaldo, who is flying and with Death Ward on himself, and is the closest to Red Midge. We have Robert De Niro's Manifest Mind to the north there, and his Hasbro, who somehow is still summoned and still playing around in the chapel above, in the chapel to the north. Then we have Volkar hiding behind a wall. We have Creek, who is Creek, who is still at the entrance of the above chamber, of the higher level chamber. And we have Cyril, who forgot that he was. We even forgot he was here last time. He has a death ward, and he's still concentrating on that wall of force spell. He's been concentrating that wall of force spell for about a session now. We don't really know why. And with that, let me give you guys some moments to think about what's going to be your strategy now. Just as a reminder of the turn order, the next one in the turn order was Ronaldo. Then it was Volkar, the priest with the Mind Flayer mask, Creek, Robert De Niro, Red Midge, the Hasbro, which is now a free agent, and finally Zargon. So shut up for a few moments while you guys figure out what you want to do.
Why would the Hezro be a free agent?
Oh, you're still holding concentration. Oh, you're still holding concentration. It's so you have so many markers on you. They're so small that I couldn't see. Yes, you're still holding concentration. The Hasbro is not a free agent. Wow. There's so many markers. You are somewhat... How are you? You are prone. You are restrained. You are blinded. Somehow you have advantage. You have altitude on you. How you have altitude? I have to remove the altitude.
I don't think I do anymore. I think that one's just... we forgot to take that one off.
Very well. That one I forgot to take it off. And what else? You have wish stress.
Yes, I do.
Oh, wow. Very well. Oh, fun times.
But it's late stage wish stress, so it's just the strength thing.
Very well. Very well. Well, and with that, oh boy. Yeah. So yeah, you are and you are swallowed, Robert De Niro, and around you there are a bunch of eyes in the stomach of this creature. They're looking at you, and you feel like you are in the darkness of perhaps an astral darkness almost. So yeah, fun times. Let me give you guys some moments to figure this one out.
Shall I roll initiative, or because I'm too far away from the combat, I'm out of it?
You definitely need to roll initiative. That should be the first thing you do.
Fantastic. Give me a good roll here. Plus 14, surely something.
Yeah,
That
with a
is.
plus 14, I would hope so.
Only an 18.
All that shoe tying really paid off.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I am rapid now, lads. Rapid. All 20 speed of me.
That 2 weeks worth of build-up.
Very well.
Midge, do you need help getting out of this grapple? Midge.
So wait, I'm grappled?
Yes.
Yeah, you're still grappled in the tentacle, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I forget, can she use strength or dex, or is it just strength?
Acrobatics or athletics, either way.
Oh,
To
okay.
try and get rid of the tentacle.
No, I'll be fine.
Oh, okay.
So I need to figure out what else I can do, because I got Vokar on protection from evil and good, because I want to keep Vokar safe, since he has the rod. Don't we have to get to that little, like, pillar on top of the monster's head?
Yeah, I just don't know if we have to kill it first or if we should go straight there. But since I really don't know how else we can hurt this thing, I assume we need to try and get straight to the
Let me
obelisk.
give you a reminder how that thing looks like.
Yeah.
It's
Look
like
at
a
this
puppy.
mug only a mudda could love.
Oh.
I like him.
You know what that eye reminds me? It reminds me of the Eye of Tandera. or perhaps that's a very, very ancient reference. The one from Thundercats. Have you guys
Thundercats.
heard- Yes.
Thundercats. Oh!
That's what that
it
eye
takes me
reminds me, right there in the middle. It reminds me the eye, the sword. Perhaps on purpose. Who knows?
This
I
is
guess-
the biggest, the evilest Thundercat.
I used to be a Thundercat. Blah, 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 blah.
Well, it's a guardian. What about the mage? Is he still around, or did he get taken?
Oh no, he's still flying. He's flying close to the ceiling behind the guardian.
Yeah, he's like 40 feet above where the monster is,
Yeah.
Oh.
which I think at least some of you can see that, so that's not metagaming.
Yeah.
Well, I think I'm gonna keep my distance away because most of my spells are exhausted. We haven't had a long rest in like 10 sessions.
I know. We're scraping the last
Don't need any long
clock
rest.
for each level
Guys,
now.
I just want to say, you can take a long rest anywhere you want.
Yeah.
Let's level loads of high levels.
There's really no restrictions to take a long rest. You can just take a long rest anywhere you want. Right now,
Yeah,
if you
then
want to
get
take a
stabbed in
long
your
rest,
sleep.
just lay down, take a long rest.
I vote
And then
Drazolf
just
takes
wake
a
up
long
to have
rest.
100 mirrors surrounding you.
I guess the point is, I guess we should either take out the mage and figure out what to do with the guardian because we don't know if it needs to be alive or dead. Vokar has the key for that guardian, I'm assuming. And I don't
So
know
I
that-
can tell you, Midge is going to break out of this grapple, and she only has 12 HP left as the as Red Midge, so she'll be polymorphing into a lightning eel.
Haven't
And
seen
that'll
any of
gain
this.
some
So.
HP, right?
She'll be back on her feet.
I just need to get a bit closer. I can just do firebolt. I could just, weaken it from afar.
I'm gonna let you know
Yeah.
right now that Drazolf has a very strong preference on whether or not the guardian is alive or dead, and it's very strongly in the dead column.
So we're leaving it alive.
Yeah.
I hear you loud and
You're
clear,
gonna
buddy.
you're gonna love it when I do lightning damage and shock it.
So, reverse gravity? I'm kidding.
Ooh, fun spell.
Does anyone have anything
What kind
that
of
can
fun spell?
protect against, like, telepathy or mind reading? Like, does anyone have mind blank?
I do, but my spells of 8th and 9th are all used. I only have a 7th and a couple 5th.
Okay.
Ditto.
Because remember, the monster can speak telepathically, and the priest isn't a mind flayer, but they've got a mind flayer mask, so I'm assuming that they might have some of that. awful
Well,
goodness.
definitely has some kind of psionic, or I'm assuming it's psionic, but definitely has telepathic abilities because it's inside my brain and preventing Drazolf from forming coherent sentences. So definitely
I'll
got
let
some kind of psychic juju going on.
Well, I know what to do for my attack this round, but I still have 1 inspiration left. Who could use it the most? Unfailing inspiration.
I'm
I
having a
think-
tough time tying my laces.
Because
Would be-
you keep it until you succeed. I mean.
My turn isn't for a while. I would use it if no one else. I don't have an inspiration currently.
I might give it to you because if you succeed, I can reaction give someone else infectious inspiration and just chain it.
Nice.
Okay.
I still have your normal bardic inspiration, I think, right?
Last 10 minutes, I think. How long has it been?
Okay. Yeah.
Hey,
Do
Legend.
we think we need to
Yeah.
take Vokar up to the obelisk while the monster's still alive? Because right now I'm just thinking
No,
of
he wants to.
Ronaldo,
He
like-
wants to stay away. He's been
Okay.
saying he's going to stay away from the monster.
Yeah, I got
Okay.
protection from evil and good. I'm holding on him.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're guarding him. Midge has to break free. Drazolf's inside. I guess Ronaldo will just try to kill the priest, kind of get rid of that support before
Yeah.
trying to move on to the main guy.
Do we
Legend.
know-
I think
Sorry.
I'm supposed to have inspiration from. I got a nat 20 investigation roll last session, but I don't currently have inspiration.
Roll persuasion against the DM.
Yeah, he doesn't always award it for nat 20s.
All right.
We make that assumption often.
DC 7. Very well. You got your inspiration.
All right. Thank you.
Hey, Legend, I've been having a rough day, and I don't have inspiration. Can I have inspiration?
Can I give Midge my inspiration?
I let you. I let you run. I let you roll. It's a DC 9 persuasion check.
Yeah, you know that Midge has like no charisma whatsoever. Oh my god, I have a negative. Okay.
Is a DC 9.
Oh, look at that!
Woohoo!
Well done, Mitch. You got inspiration.
Well done. Hey, Legend. It's been too hot. Can I have another inspiration now?
All right.
Us Europeans need that inspiration, please.
I'm starting to sense a pattern here, so I would
won't
suggest
ask
to
for it, don't
move
worry.
on before Zargon loses its patience and start to throw tentacles at everybody.
Zargon's like, I know, it has been too hot. Oh, I've been sweating my tentacles off. up there."
Oh, my aching tentacles.
Yeah.
All right. So are you all ready?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
Very well. Ronaldo, you're the first one to act. What would you like to do?
All right, so Ronaldo, remember, he's under the effect of his Twilight Sanctuary. Here, 1 second.
He's under the effect of his Twilight Sanctuary. 1 second.
Yeah, sorry, I got I got a guest right there. All right, Twilight Sanctuary and the Potion of Speed, so that gives him haste. He's got Death Ward on him.
Yeah.
Bardic Inspiration, and Twilight Sanctuary also gives Twilight Shroud. So that means I got all kinds of bonuses. Let's see.
Very well.
I have my THP, and I've got bonuses to AC, and I can, with haste, I can double my movement speed, and I'm flying, and I'm currently already
You got
20
bonus
feet
to
up in the air.
bragging.
I'm just saying that I'm ready. Let's take it on. We don't stand a chance. All right. Well, Midge looks like she's got it, so he's gonna fly. Let's see, 30 feet. All right, he's gonna fly 60 feet. Well, okay, he's gonna go up 50 feet, and then he's gonna be looking for that priest that was around.
Very well.
All right. I see the priest. All right. Let's see if he can get in range of my spell. Excellent. If Ronaldo flies over to here, is he within 60 feet range of the high priest?
Yeah.
All right. Now that Ronaldo has sped along that way, he's going to touch his holy symbol, which is a ruby, and he's going to point with the lance of Sharon.
What is your altitude, Ronaldo? Sorry, what is your altitude?
20.
20. Very well. Please continue.
He's going to cast Sunbeam at 6th level. Constitution 19, or go ahead.
As you are preparing your somatics and verbal component and in your mind, before you even start to cast the spell, you hear the voice of the priest in your mind saying, Do you really think Sunbeam is gonna do something to me? That is pathetic. And that gives you, I'll give you a moment of hesitation now, Ronaldo. If you want to continue with Sunbeam, perhaps he's bluffing, or if you want to take that action back before you complete it.
If I take it back, do I get the spell slot back?
Yes. Yes, because you technically wouldn't have casted a spell. You would have just been interrupted midway through.
All right, he's like, all right, he'll stop doing Sunbeam, and he'll say, "Oh, well, then get a load of this!" And he's gonna throw the Lance of Sharon. What's it called? My Kraken's Impaling Lightning. He'll do that instead. Wow, I'm gonna use that inspiration roundabout now.
You think you can hurt me with that javelin? That is pathetic.
He has, well, he'll try it anyways. He has to make an 18 dexterity saving throw. I forgot that attack roll is different versus melee, so since he's not doing melee, obviously he's throwing it.
Very well. DC 18, you said?
Yep, Dex
Failed.
18. Yes, all right. Let me reread this real quick. No. 4d10 lightning damage.
Very well.
Let's give him some humility. Plus, with my weapon, he should get another, for my divine strike, 2d8.
Very well.
Radiant damage. All right.
And you notice that the tentacles in his mask just all straighten up when he gets shocked. But that's as far as you can see of a reaction. And as you can see who is wearing the mask, the creature seems to be transparent even to your true sight. It just seems to be perhaps an air elemental or something, but you guys may have ruled that before. Ruled out, and well, you look at the mask, you look at the clothes, and the creature seems fine after that attack, and he talks in your mind again. Huh. It seems you are not the sharpest tool in this bunch, but very well, you do a fine sentence.
All right, he still has his bonus action and action. So with his, because haste, he gives him another action. So he's going to cast resistance on Ronaldo's going to cast resistance on himself.
Very well.
And then bonus action. Let's see. He's going to use his, what's it called? Harvest Divine Power, so that he can regain a second level spell slot. And then that'll be his turn.
Very well. And Ronaldo, roll an intelligence check for me.
Ugh.
Let's see if you remember something.
14.
Very well. Ronaldo, when this creature talks to you about you becoming a sacrifice, you remember something you guys learned earlier in this endeavor. You remember that there was a point where, when you first arrive at the chapel, and you've learned that the ritual to summon this tentacle obelisk horned creature had something to do with using as spell components the blood of an ancient vampire. and even you took a little vial of that you found in order to complete one of your craftings that this is a key component for. But you also learned something in that interaction before. You've learned that whatever this creature is, it seems to feed on the energy of the undead. And it seems to feed on the undead, not on the living. Which coincidentally, all of you are undead. So, quite a coincidence that you all arrive here and you're all undead, and this creature requires undead for it to be fed as sacrifices. Anyway, it just,
Goodness, who's writing this story?
just puts a little suspicion in your mind. And with that,
Before Vokar's turn, Midge is going to take her reaction, and she is going to cast at fifth level, Krail's Rupture, which automatically breaks out of the grapple. And the creature needs to do a DC 19 Constitution save or take 54 necrotic damage.
excellent. You break out of the grapple.
Yep.
And
as Midge just uses all of her, we'll say, like, even though she's in the Abishai form, she still has the foundation of like her mushrooms and her spores, and it just eats away through the tentacle, and the tentacle splits in half and falls beside her.
Nice.
very well. And you've noticed that the remainder of the tentacle seems to regenerate quite fast.
Okay. Did you do the con save, DC 19?
Yes. The creature seems
Okay,
to have been
half damage on a pass.
The creature seemed to have been unaffected.
Okay. Interesting. Okay.
And you can roll investigation if you want.
Well, the player knows. I mean, obviously, if he wasn't affected by necrotic damage, that means investigation. Sure.
Yeah.
16. Is that enough to know that necrotic damage isn't gonna do anything to him?
Well, the creature feeds on undead, and you remember that.
I know.
And so you think,
I know.
Yeah, maybe necrotic damage is not gonna do much to this creature.
Yep.
And
But at least I'm out of the grapple. That was the important thing.
At least you're out of the grapple. And you hear shouting from the end of the hallway. Midge! Be very careful! I'm under the impression that this is not our everyday combat. This creature is talking into my mind, or at least trying to talk into my mind. And I'm hearing whispers about, I want this rod. So, whatever happens, don't let it get to me. I'm the most important. And with that,
Okay!
She screams.
and with that, Vokar is going to attempt to do what can Vokar do? He doesn't have much, guys.
Can he take
Alright.
the hide action? Can he?
He can.
I mean, don't
He can
waste his
ready-
spell slots. If his
Yeah,
spell
yeah.
slots are going to be important for us to use, don't waste them. Just have him skip his turn. Or
Yeah, I'll make him ready an action. Very well. Something gets in his range, he's gonna ready an action. Very well.
Okay.
And with that, it's now the turn of the priest. And the priest is gonna return the favor, Ronaldo. Ronaldo, you gotta do a DC 18 intelligence saving throw as this creature attempts to blast your mind. And if you fail, you are stunned for 1 minute, and you take
Oh my gosh.
22
Not
points.
again.
And you take 22 points of psychic damage.
All right. Well, at least I get bonuses. So.
Well,
begin
you're
with, I
immune
shall
against
do-
being paralyzed, but stunned, you're not.
Oh, quite perceptive of you. All right. What's the DC again?
18.
18. Okay.
Yes.
I'm gonna roll this, and then I still have my plus D4
Very well.
for resistance. Oh well, I'm good.
Nice.
Very well. You've passed. You are not stunned, and the creature tells in your mind.
There's no escaping Zargon. You might as well surrender now. Your resistance is just futile. It was just a waste of your own time. Surrender now and make your disappearance sweet.
And
I think you need to get out more.
As he's saying those things to you, you hear a familiar voice saying to you,
This is not a normal creature. I feel the presence of a lesser god. Make sure after you destroy you have absorbed whatever divine essence this creature has and send it to your phylactery.
You talk about Zargon, right? Not this annoying priest pest.
Yes, I'm talking about the creature that is. I can't see it, but I feel it's large and powerful.
For you, my
Incense.
lady. Of course.
and with that, he is going to attempt to. Yeah. Since he couldn't attack you with the Mind Blast, he's going to attempt to just attack you with tentacles that fly through the air. And that's a 10 and a 13. And I assume none of them hit?
They miss.
Very well.
Ronaldo does the whole woo, woo, leans
see those-
flop side to side doing the noodle as he dodges them.
You see those tentacles of psychic energy just coming towards you, and you just dodge both of them mid-air. And with that, Cyril, what would you like to do?
Welcome to the game, bud.
I'm back. I'm back.
Is something happening?
Oh, welcome back.
To start with, Cyril's gonna look up from tying his shoes and realize that the rest of the party has disappeared, and he's gonna say, "God damn it, they've left me again!" And from his magic tail, holding his magical carpet of flying, he's going to utter the word of bird and allow it to drag him through the dungeon at 60 feet. So he's hopefully going to get somewhere. And there we go. So he'll go beside Vo.
I just imagine Cyril without the carpet. He just waddles his 20 feet, like just.
It's the greatest purchase I've ever made, because 20 feet of movement is ridiculous.
He whips it out, but it's just like the length of a handkerchief, and it's just in his head. He's flying around like Aladdin.
And
Are you still concentrating on that wall of force?
No, I'll let go of that. He's gonna look to Vokar. He's gonna say, "Vokar, I know I'm getting up there in age, but I really don't know why I was holding on to that wall of force. I hope it wasn't important. Also, what's going on here? I mean, everyone seems to be gone. I see Creek. I see you. Where's Red Midge? Where's Ronaldo and that dastardly beast that is Drazolf?"
What is going on here is that you're not really doing your role as a meat shield or a bone shield. So please, just go ahead and
That's everyone's role to Vokar is just to be a meat shield.
fight whatever you need to fight. If it gets to me, we're screwed.
Screwed, you say? Well, Vokar, in case of emergency, I've been holding on to the scroll. I've been holding on to it in case Drazolf gets his hands on me once again for more experiments. So, but I mean, while we're in this dungeon, I don't see that happening. So maybe you could hold on to it just in case you need it. And he's going to toss him a spell scroll of invulnerability. And he's gonna stick his finger at Vokar and he's gonna say, "I do need it back if you don't use it though, because that Drazolf wants my booty." And he's just gonna keep zipping by with his remaining 30 feet.
Very well.
He's gonna say, "Remember, just in case of emergency, Vokar, you have the rod, you have the power."
All right.
And as he...
I just want to point it out that you haven't defined what constitutes an emergency, so therefore, I can use whatever I feel like and it's an emergency.
"You goddamn slippery eel," as he's flying by, waving his fist as if he's a young whippersnapper on his grass. "You scumbag." And as he passes Creek, he's going to say, Is that a tentacle I see? What have I come in on?"
Oh. Creek,
Creek?
can you explain the tentacle?
Creek, enthralled by the tentacle, thinking, "Man, I wonder what the texture of that is." Yeah. Oh, hey, Cyril.
Jesus Christ.
As early as ever. It's good.
You know what? Scrap this whole conversation. I don't want to hear it again.
Oh yeah, be careful. They touch you.
And that's my 60 feet. And I'm gonna cast Crown of Stars. Crown of Stars. Just to be floating around me. I did not mean for that to roll. And you know what? Actually, sorry. I'll shoot one towards the one that's holding Red Midge.
Very well.
I'm not being held, but you can shoot at the.
Okay, I'll shoot at the tentacle regardless. Sorry,
I escaped. Yeah,
you escaped.
yeah.
Apologies, I missed that bit.
No, I escaped. Yeah.
Apologies. So a 21 to hit the tentacle near Midge.
It does hit, yeah.
For 20 points of radiant damage.
Excellent. And the tentacle...
Midge would like to pay extra attention to... does Midge notice that it does any extra damage, or can Midge do an investigation based off of that attack?
Of course, by all means.
To try and learn if it was effective. An 18.
Very well. You don't think it was any extra or more effective than any other damage given to this tentacle so far?
What about less effective?
It wasn't less effective either.
Okay. Understood. Thank you.
All right. So, yeah, Cyril?
Let me just double check that I have some sorcery points. Oh no, sorry, that's my full turn because it's a bonus action to use Crown of Stars. Yeah, perfect. Thank you.
Excellent. And as a legendary action, this creature is going to release another tentacle, and this one is coming to Ronaldo. Ronaldo does a
Let's dance, ugly.
29 hits you? I assume it does.
It do. It's not a dex to dodge it.
So you take a 15 points of magical piercing damage as the tentacle slaps you, and you are grappled.
Ow!
Just got whipped.
I can't be grappled. Haha! My vestige
Oh.
prevents me.
Excellent.
He tries to squeeze me with the tentacle, and then he just pop, just like pops right
The
out.
tentacle, you can see the tentacle attempting to wrap around you, and this how can I describe this energy? Just this energy that looks like rose petals, dark rose petals, just surrounds you as the creature tries to squeeze you, and he can't. It tries to wrap around, and this dark rose petals energy just prevents it from grapple you.
As Ronaldo pops out of the tentacle's grasp, the flower petals spray out like party confetti, and Ronaldo says,
That brings me that gives me some nostalgia. Perhaps I should bring the goblin into this fight. I think it would make everything so much more fun.
Just that guy gives free money.
And Creek, what would you like to do?
Excellent. Well, Creek for starters. I go like, oh yeah. This gave me some inspiration, Cyril, and he's just gonna walk around a bit as he gets over here using his movement. Finally can see everything just right. Okay. As an action, I'm gonna cast Synaptic Static.
Yeah.
As I look right in the corner of my eye, and I want to put it. Hold on. Let me just
real quick,
see.
Legend, I still have 114 HP, and because I had temporary hit points, so I've got 114 plus 7.
Okay, but you lost 15 now, so
Yeah,
so you
that's
have
after doing the
121.
math of the losing 15.
Oh, okay, very well. So you have 121 at the moment.
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead, Creek.
There we go. Right at the end of my range of Synaptic Static, I'll make that 20 foot so it only gets those two.
Very well.
Because I'm going to put it in the middle. So 20 feet up to here and 20... Well, this guy's large, so you know. It can go down to hit his head.
Yeah.
Because I want to put it like 25 feet in the air so it catches him. And then, catch him because he's a larger creature.
Okay, very well.
And they both need to do intelligence 20 saves, or they're going to take... $33 points of psychic damage. If they fail, they lose a d6 on all attack and ability checks. And I got boon of irresistible offense, so if they're resistant, I bypass that.
Very well. They both pass.
Alright, so then they'll take half, and they don't get that other effect I told you about.
Very well.
Noble effort.
I can't see too far, but I don't know if it did an effect on them. And then as a bonus action, I'm going to look to Midge. Midge is already broken out at the tentacle. I see the tentacles right here, just right around her, Midge.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to Bardic Inspire
she's
Midge.
free.
I'm like, Midge, don't let that tentacle get to you. You know what? You know what this makes me think of? And Creek's going to start like this slow rap and this slow, like, not like romantic, but kind of like emotional campfire song. As, like, Creek just starts playing. And he'll just be like this. He'll be like, those creep, they twist, they bind. 100 arms, they steal your mind. But you're a spark, a wildfire. You're a Midge. They'll pull you under. Try to drown. But Midge, you're stronger. Don't get tied down. and I'll just inspire you.
Very well.
Cool.
Very well. And that's a D12, right?
Yes, you keep it until you succeed with it.
Excellent. Yeah, it's a long time since we heard a new hit from Creek.
I have good news on that. I actually am going to find a way to make instrumental so you can hear what Creek plays while I sing the Bardic Inspiration.
Oh, that's nice. That's very
That'll
nice.
be in the works, though.
We're improving. Second season is gonna promise a lot of new things.
Stepping up. Stepping up the game. Let's go.
That'll end my turn.
All right. And we get to oh wait, legendary action. The creature.
Yay.
Let me just see. Oh, that's fun. Craig, here comes a tentacle towards you. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted to do. This is what I wanted to do. Very well. A tentacle comes all the way from downstairs towards you, and you kind of don't understand because how is this creature seeing you? It doesn't even have an angle to see you there. Even Midge, now that you look around, Midge was hiding, total cover from the creature, and the tentacles still found her. So,
Freak, at least you got your answer for how it feels.
This is not what I imagined.
and that's a 23 to hit you.
Can I silvery barbs that?
Sure.
I can't silvery barbs. Like tentacle, no.
You throw some sparkles in the air, and it's now an 18 to hit you.
That still hits.
Okay.
I'll give the advantage to Cyril. Cyril, save me!
And with that, let me give Cyril the advantage. And with that, you take 14 points of piercing damage from the tentacle. Whatever this tentacle is piercing you is giving you damage. I'll just put it that way. And you are grappled.
I'm still concentrating.
Excellent. And on that note, Robert De Niro, what would you like to do?
Robert De Niro is gonna start out with an Arcana check.
Very well.
He wants to get a. Oh wow, that is a nat 20. Wants to look around this stomach he finds himself in, and these giant eyes, these glowing eyeballs that surround him in this stomach, and see what he can determine magically. Like, does it seem like this environment is suppressing his magic, or in any way, or impacting it in any way beyond what the cuffs are already doing? Doing in terms of restricting him from teleporting.
Oh yes, I forgot to mention earlier that you still have the dimensional shackles on you. Wow, talk about fun. This environment. How much did you roll? Oh,
I got a nat 20.
Very well, we get inspiration for that.
I already have it.
Give it someone else.
Does anybody else need?
Sure.
All right.
Do I have to roll charisma for that?
Thanks,
I
man.
could use it too next time that happens to anybody.
All right. You take it first. You're before me, so you go ahead.
Oh, thank you. Much obliged. I'm really close to it, so I could probably use it. Thank you.
Very well. So, Drazolf, as you're looking around and you're investigating this place, you feel like you are in a sort of demiplane. This is not a stomach. This seems to be some sort of demiplane that is inside the stomach of this creature. And whatever are these eyes looking back at you, you think it's part of the environment. You don't think it's creatures. You think this demiplane has these eyes where you would expect stars or astral bodies. They're looking back at you. You can roll an because you roll an Arcana check, you think that whatever this demiplane is, you don't think this place exists in the D&D multiverse, in the creation of AO. You think it exists beyond its borders. You know, a place very far, far away where some people tend to call the far realm.
Gotcha. You were saying that I could roll something in relation to that?
No, you already did. You roll a nat 20 on an Arcana check.
Okay. All right. Do I see anything around that looks like it might constitute something that I could put a key into to open a portal using demiplane keys?
There are no structures around you at all. At all.
Gotcha. All right. So it's just.
Also, you're
so
blinded.
Aside from these. Wait, why am I blinded?
The only thing you can see in this darkness are the eyes that look back at you.
Right. So I'm blinded by the darkness of the area, but
Yes,
I have
the
between
dense
my true
darkness.
sight and the light of the, because if I remember correctly, the eyes are glowing, right?
The eyes are glowing, but they're
So
not.
would
they're
they not illuminate?
No, they're not
space
illuminating
around me?
No, they're not illuminating the space. They glow just in the region where they are. So not for you to see them in the dark.
Okay, am I still like brain scrambled or befuddled or whatever the thing is that the priest did to me? And do I get to make a saving throw against that at any point?
You are not brain scrambled anymore.
Okay, all right. So I can like form actual sentences now.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Demiplane changes things a bit, but not that much. Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna start with a little dance routine. I'm thinking, how far away is the nearest of those eyeballs?
You think they're just like stars. You can see them from afar, but if you try to reach them, you're not gonna get to them. Also, reminding you, you're restrained, so your speed is 0.
Right. I'm not trying to move anywhere. Well, not anywhere away from the cuffs. But there is like, am I standing on something?
You are floating.
Okay. That's gonna make this even weirder. I'm gonna do a little dance.
Okay.
It's gonna look basically, that's gonna be my move action. It's gonna look basically like if the creepy ghost girl from The Ring tried to do a Michigan J frog dance while having their hands shackled and also wearing the skin of a disco ball. And at the end of it, gonna snap that staff over his knee and just release a giant shockwave of magical force.
Very well. Very well. So you're gonna break your staff.
Well, I'm gonna break Dr. Azolf's staff.
Very well. Roll performance. Let's see how bad was your performance.
All right. Let's see. Performance. Apparently, it was pretty good. That's a 21.
Which means it was horrible. You don't look like a Nera dancing at all, because Neras can't get a move right. They have no rhythm, and yes, you have too much rhythm, and with that, Robert, at the end of it, you've decided to snap your staff. How many charges your staff had in it?
Well, mine has 16, but as I said in a couple sessions ago, I put that one away and pulled out Dr. Azolf's, which was fully charged. So that is 20 charges.
20 charges. Very well.
Yep.
So with that, every other creature in the area must do a DC 17 Dex saving throw. On a fail save, a creature takes an amount of damage based on how far away is from the point of origin. And a successful save, the creature takes half a damage. You take force damage equals to 16 times the number of charges in the staff. But there's a 50% chance that you instantly travel to a random plane of existence, avoiding the explosion altogether or staying there. So, Robert De Niro, please roll a d20 on a 11 or higher. You are transported. On anything below an 11, you are staying there and take the blunt of the explosion.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, my cups prevent me from being transported at all. So
that is true.
It doesn't really matter what I roll.
Roll, please go ahead.
Roll the dice. Roll the dice.
Let's resolve the mechanic nonetheless.
All right. Come on. Go ahead. Roll to everyone. There we go. 16.
Very well. Your body trembles and shakes as if you're trying to escape that demi-plane after you snap. The energy just makes your whole body tremble and vibrates as if it's trying to change frequency to go into a different dimension. Unfortunately, the dimensional shackles glow and wrap around your wrists even harder, and as that happens, you take 16 times 20, which is 80. Yeah, am I doing that right?
You said 16 times 20?
No, 320. Oh my God, 320.
I thought you were being nice.
I was doing the opposite. 320.
With my boon of invincibility, I ignore all of that damage.
with your what of invincibility?
Boon of invincibility.
Very well. So use your boon to ignore 320 points of force damage.
Oh, that says it all.
Is that correct?
Something's coming your way.
Yep.
Very well. Excellent. So, you've broke that. It made like a little black hole around you of destruction and force damage, and it hit nothing except you. There were no other creatures around you, and you destroyed a staff. And because of the dimensional shackles, it also didn't take you anywhere.
Now, my question is, did it have any effect
Legends
on
wondering,
Nira?
why the hell did you do that?
Yeah, why'd you do that? I didn't want to say.
My question is, did it have any effect on the or not the Nira, the Zargon?
No, you're in a different plane.
Well, I will allow you to roll investigation now.
That's an 18.
Very well. After looking around and realizing that nothing was hit, none of those eyes blinked, and it doesn't seem that the constitution of this creature has suffered any obvious damage. You've remembered there is a creature in the multiverse called an astral dreadnought. That there are legends about this creature that says that the stomach of this creature is a demiplane that can be entered by no other means except a wish spell or the bite of the creature. And a creature can leave this demiplane only by using very powerful planar magic, such as plane shift or something like that. And the demiplane has very specific characteristics that resembles dungeons and other places in the multiverse. And many are said to never have escaped the stomach of a dreadnought because they were just entombed in this this demiplane, and no one knows how to get there unless you find the dreadnought that swallow your friend. Well, you remember that and you wonder if the anatomy of this creature is not somewhat similar, because you were swallowed by this creature and now here you are floating in a demiplane in the middle of a very dark space, which the only things you see are those eyes staring back at you. And with your dimensional shackles and your wish stress, it makes really difficult for you to get out of here with planar magic.
Yeah. All right. For my bonus action, I would like to draw my Spine of Arcane Supremacy.
Yes.
Point menacingly at the eyeballs, just kind of generally.
Yeah.
And I think that's going to be it for my turn.
And I just want to point it out that when you get your spine, it's behind your back, right? And you're looking over your shoulder and pointing to the eyes. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay, because your hands are tied behind your back, so if you're drawing it, you're pointing.
They are not anymore because if you'll remember, I am currently amorphous due to my Kirzan's ooze, which is why I'm able to manipulate my body around the shackles, even though the shackles remain in stationary.
Oh, right. Okay. Yes. Very well. Okay, that's fine. So you are actually holding properly the staff and pointing menacingly to the eyes.
Yes.
Excellent. Very well. And is that the end of your turn, Drazolf?
I think that's all I can do at the moment.
Very well. That was a good test. I mean, you might have even got out of the stomach if it wasn't for the dimensional shackles they put it on you before feeding to this creature. Now you kind of understand why they do that. And and with that, Red Midge, what would you like to do?
She will hop over here. That puts her at 45. Let me double check. I think that was 45. It was like 5. Yeah, 40. 40-ish. And first thing she'd like to do is, this is her first, she'd like to investigate or take a look at what this liquid is. Get an idea of what it's composed of.
Very well. Roll investigation.
$17.
It's a lake of slime.
A lake of slime. Okay.
Yes. It is.
Okay.
You think this slime is a weird pool of slime the surface seems to just wobble as the creature moves around, and and you would think that it's almost as if it responds to the movement of this creature more than it should.
Okay, so let me ask a specific question. Midge is wondering if it's swimmable. Can she enter into this liquid safely?
Do you know? Well, you know what a kid slime is, right? Those ones.
Yeah, bogeys.
You used to play as a kid, and that slime they go. Yeah, that's the consistency.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't swim.
Okay.
Is not really what you would be able to do there. You would be able to drag yourself around and just in the slime.
Okay. Would swim speed be applicable though, on top of the liquid?
Yes, I would consider, if you have swim speed, I would consider this. I wouldn't consider this difficult terrain.
Okay, because it's the ancient eel has swim speed. That's
Excellent.
why.
All right.
So she will look around and she will drop concentration. So she's no longer red midge.
Very
and
well.
she will cast polymorph at 4th level.
Very well.
Did that show up? And take on the form of the ancient eel that we discussed before the game.
Excellent. Very well.
The
That's a
ancient
gargantuan-
lightning eel.
That's a gargantuan creature.
Gargantuan. Yes.
Excellent.
Okay, Midge. That's polymorph, right?
Yes, it's still concentration.
Very well, Midge. You should be able to move your token.
I mean, can she fit right there? Or does she need to go down there? Is that where I need to be?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. So, Midge,
203.
you turn into an ancient ill, Midge ill, and or ill Midge, and
Ew. Yeah.
Middle.
17. Oh wait, movement is 50. And defense is 17. All right. Then as a bonus action, now that she is next to him, she will use Coiling Storm and she will try to grapple the god with a DC 17 dexterity save.
very well.
him.
As ill Midge attempts to do that, he passes the check as his tentacles, as you, the midge, is trying to grapple him, his tentacles are trying to grapple you back.
Okay.
And you start to make almost a knot between you and him. In this,
That's what I was thinking was going to happen. Yeah.
in this wrestling
both
match.
dual
you
grapples.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you are in this weird wrestling match where you're trying not to get caught by each other.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. That's movement, action, and bonus action.
Very well.
That'll complete my turn.
Very well. Robert De Niro, what is the Hasbro doing?
The Hezrel is continuing on its way. It's gonna be making a. All right, that's 40, and that's another 40. Sorry, just measuring out the distance here.
Oh, just 1 second. Il Midge, you gotta do a DC 19 dex save
Okay.
to avoid the poisoned condition. And 2d6 points of
Okay.
poison damage.
Okay.
All right, so
a dex. Hold.
Yeah,
A dex save.
yeah. Dex 19.
What?
24.
Very well.
She's a slippery eel.
Very well. And the Hasbro, what is the Hasbro doing in the slime? He's just
the
jumping in.
Hezrel is he's just making a straight beeline for for Zargon.
Very well.
Just charging at it. Oh, and let me make a quick charisma save for him. That is a fail. He remains under my control.
Excellent.
Nice.
So he dashed to get there, right?
Yeah. So he can't actually do anything else. I don't think.
Excellent.
No, he doesn't have any
All right.
bonus actions or anything.
He's immune to poison and poison conditions, so he has to do nothing as he swims in this line. And is that the end of his turn?
No.
I assume so.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Very well. And with that, is now Zargon's turn, and Zargon starts to move its tentacles within the slime and starts to move, and the entire pool of slimes starts to tremble, and eventually he just pulls the tentacles up all at once, and as he does that, a wave of slime fly in a 60-foot radius from Zargon. And all the creatures within 60 foot of Zargon gotta do a DC 19 Constitution saving throw to avoid, how much is that? 39 points of acid damage plus the poisoned condition. DC 19 Con saving throw. Except Robert De Niro. Everybody else gotta do it. Oh, and look at that. He kills his own cultists.
Oh, good.
Also, I just realized I got the move speed wrong on the Hezrel. I accidentally doubled it. So he should not be nearly that close.
That's all right. He didn't have a turn the last time, so that's fine.
All right.
Are you fucking kidding me?
All right. So, con saving throw, Ronaldo. You're one short.
Do you need an inspiration?
has
I'll use my
inspiration.
inspiration. Yeah, I got it. I'll re-roll it again. Thank you very much. Just for the D4, not the other good roll. Yes.
You can only use I'm sorry, dude. You can only use inspiration on D20s.
Oh,
Still 2014.
All right. Well, I'll do it for that then. Aha, I still make it.
Very well. All right. All
That's
right.
ridiculous.
So you passed. You don't get poisoned, and you only take half a damage. Is 20 points of acid damage from the shower of slime you just took. Eel Midge, you've passed. Very well. You only take 20 points of slime acid damage. And very well. And that's Zargon's first attack. Here comes the other two. And towards Midge, he is going to attack with one time. He's going to do a gore attack with its horn, and then he's going to do a barbed attack against Ronaldo. So Midge, he does a gore attack against you, and that's a 26 to hit you.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay. You take 19 points of force damage. First of all.
Okay.
And a 10-foot radius invisible sphere of anti-magic, like that created by an anti-magic field, surrounds you. And the sphere is centered on you, moves with you until the end of Zargon's last turn. Because you are under a polymorph spell, if you go into an anti-magic field, you go back to your original form. You can continue to hold concentration, and the moment the anti-magic field goes away, you go back to be Eel Midge.
Okay.
But for the time being, the effect is suppressed. And now I have to bring you back to your old token. Which I'll do in a second. And let me do the attack on Ronaldo first.
First of all, let me make a Constitution save for a concentration.
Oh yes.
After the last attack.
And Eel Midge, you gotta do the same as well, because you took 20 points of acid damage. And you gotta do a second one because you took 19 points of force damage. It's a DC 10, both con saves for Eel Midge. You failed. You didn't fail. You roll above 10.
What was the DC?
10.
Oh, nice. Okay.
All right. So both of you still holding concentration, and Eel Midge goes back to be herself, and Ronaldo, he comes at another whip. And that's a 16 to hit you.
It misses. He just just dodges it and he just looks back at him.
Very well.
Doggone.
And with that, that's the end of Zargon's turn. And you guys notice that the slimes are going through everywhere, including on himself. Seem to be almost doing some good to his skin. It's making his skin more shiny, more glistening, more moisturized. It's almost as if this slime around this creature works as some sort of ointment for this creature. And with that, we're back at the top of the initiative, and it seems like a good time for us to give our players a quick bio break. And we'll be back in in about 10 minutes, everybody.
Weeble wobbles, yes! Legend, make sure you change back to Midge in my token.
We'll do.
Right? Okay.
All right.
Weebles wobble and they don't fall down.
They're eerie.
All right. I see you guys in about 10 minutes.
Alrighty.
Yep.
All right. Is everybody back?
Yes.
Oh, I'm back.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Very well. So let me bring you guys back to the fray.
Yes.
All right. So here we are. Let me add Mitch to the initiative. All right, and we're back at the top of the initiative. Ronaldo, you had about 10-15 minutes to think what you were going to do next. What are you going to do next?
Well, first of all, you said his minion is dead, right? The guy in the bottom right-hand corner.
The minion, the cultists that were to the north are dead. The priest is not dead. He's still floating up there.
Okay, well that changes things.
These guys die from the acid attack.
Is Zargon undead? Do we know that, or can I do a check? Or is it obvious that he's not?
It is. Well, you can do a check, but it's. You would think this doesn't look like an undead creature.
Okay.
To you, it looks like some sort of alien creature.
Okay. That's what I thought, but I wanted to double check. All right. So his fly speed now with haste is 60 feet, so he's going to go 50 feet. He's going to zip around so that he's right up to the cultist priest over here.
Yeah.
And now that he's right up close, he wants to exude his charm. He's going to try and use his aura to seduce the priest, and he's just like, hey there. Aren't you a little tired of serving the same old weirdo for eons and eons? Don't you need a upgrade? Is he charmed?
Nope.
Nope.
He's like, go here. Hooey. So Ronaldo is going to use paralyzing touch on the priest.
Very well.
Ugh. I rolled an 18.
And the number to beat was 15, so you hit.
Oh, yeah. Not only does he take this damage, but he is blinded.
And the DC,
Or paralyzed,
he has
sorry,
to
I'll
pass
be
the
paralyzed.
Constitution save 16, he passed.
That's right. No. Oh, so he ain't paralyzed. Well, all those didn't work, so he's going to cast, with his extra haste action, he'll do another attack. He will do command.
I could see that attack coming from a mile. You are so predictable.
Ronaldo, you think this creature is somewhat reading your mind and anticipating your moves. What is the command you're giving this creature? Or attempting to?
Flee. Yeah.
He failed.
Oh!
Oh!
And you hear in his mind,
Yes, I don't want to interfere with my lord's feasting. I already brought the sacrifices for him. I must away myself.
and
Yeah. The way that went, like
And
with
he's-
mimicking real life, Ronaldo's like, flee. Flee, yes, flee in here.
with his reaction, he's going to move his full movement 60 feet and dash to get out of the scene.
All right. achieved something.
Very well.
And then
Does that
with my
incur any,
last 10 feet of
attacks of
movement,
opportunity?
I'd like to go. Sorry, what was that?
What was that?
I was just going to ask if that incurred any attacks of opportunity along the way.
That depends. Ronaldo, do you want to give it an attack of opportunity?
Well, I don't want him to snap out of it, right? If he takes damage, he'll stop, won't he?
There is a chance.
Yeah, I'm not touching him. We need him out of this fight so we can focus on the monster.
Very well.
With my last 10 feet of movement, he's just going to go 10 feet higher into the air.
You can't. You're already at maximum. You are at the ceiling of the cave, which is 40 feet high.
Oh, okay. Very well. Then I'll just go this. No, this way. Yeah. Must be like 10 feet. Oh, a little bit more. Yeah, let's give some flanking bonuses. Woo.
Very well.
All right, that's it.
And as a legendary action, the creature is going to throw a tentacle at you.
He can try.
Damn tentacles.
I like the squiggly. Just.
And here comes 17 to hit.
Again, he just kind of. He's flying around like Peter Pan, and as the tentacle starts to curl around him, he just flies through it like a hoop, as if he's making a show for his dear lady, being theatrical.
Very well. And you theatrically deflect that tentacle, and it's now the turn of Volkar. He's gonna say, "Come on, guys! I know you can do this. You can do better than this. Come on! Don't be a useless sack of bones." And I guess that's the best Volkar can do for moral support, guys. And he's gonna continue holding his action. Cyril, what would you like to do?
Excuse me. To begin with, Cyril somehow feels Drazolf's eyes upon him. No. No. Hey, I haven't even seen the lack of Drazolf, so I'll pretend that I don't know he's been swallowed, thankfully. To begin with, I'll move my 60 feet, which is just between the two tentacles. And for the first time, seeing the beast that these tentacles are coming from, I believe, which is 60 feet. He's going to look to Creek, and look behind him to Creek, and he's going to say, "Trust me, if you think these tentacles are bad, you see this ugly mug down here." And he's going to fire one of his motes of light from his crown of stars to hit the creature for a 17.
That misses.
That misses. Okay. And then he is going to say, "Nonetheless, I may have missed, but I will cast Phantasmal Killer, which is a Wisdom 20 save, or it takes. Come on, roll. Or it takes 27 points of psychic damage.
What could this old god be afraid of?
I don't know.
Very well.
Taxes?
And it passes.
It passes, damn. Okay. So it takes...
I don't pay taxes.
There's no taxes in my realm. I believe it takes half
We all stop
damage.
fighting. Oh, then can we join?
Says, maybe it doesn't. It actually doesn't take any damage. Oh, damn. At the end of each of his turns. Okay, I misread that. And he's going to look behind him, and he's going to look to Creek, and he's going to say, "Let go of that tentacle, will you? We have more pressing matters up here. I mean, I can't see much, but it's quite worrying that I can't see many of them."
I got your back, Cyril. I'm a little stuck here, but I'll get over there in a second.
And Cyril,
Gosh.
you attempt to cast this phantasmal killer on this creature, and you notice that as you did, it used its horn to sort of almost disassemble the magic, and it just dismantles what you had created. And you gotta do a DC 19 Charisma saving throw.
Charisma. Okay. Have advantage on this. That is 22.
Excellent. You think that horn must have some sort of special powers.
Yep, figured.
And this is the horn that has the tome on top of it.
This is the horn that looks actually like the obelisk you guys came here looking for.
Okay. Interesting. Okay. That's my movement action, bonus action. That's the end of my turn. I can't really see anyone further ahead, and I don't think I saw the priest running away. So that's me done. Thank you.
Very well. Creek, what are you doing?
Oh, Creek's got a great idea. So this tentacle is this tentacle's wrapped around me, right?
Yes.
Just because I 120 feet, I was able to see somewhat of an explosion all the way over here.
Yeah.
Did that phase the giant enemy over down there, or his tentacles?
If the giant explosion phased the animal, in what sense?
Like, it looks like it damaged the tentacles or this guy, because that was a pretty big explosion of force.
No. In fact,
All right.
What the ones that were close to him observe is that the slime seemed to be almost having a curative effect on the creature.
All right.
I need him out of the slime.
With my right hand, I feel the tentacle right in front of me. I grab at it a little bit. Is it material? What do I feel when I'm like playing with this tentacle right here?
Well,
Please don't play with the tentacles. It's quite a disturbing image.
Does it feel good or feel bad?
I'm curious. The anatomy.
oh boy. Oh boy.
Is it rigid? Is it flaccid? Tell us all.
Let me. I have to contain
Is it
myself.
pulsating?
PG-13. PG-13. Let's go.
Look! I got a plan here. I need to feel the tentacles first before I act.
Oh boy.
Oh my god.
The tentacles feel moist.
Yes.
No. We don't use that word around here.
But the big
Squishy.
important thing is,
And
I can
as you're moving your hand around, you can feel the suction cups, the little suction cups just going like.
You said sexual cups. I'm almost positive you said sexual cups.
Suction cups.
all
No.
right.
With your accent, you absolutely said sexual cups. Yes.
Suction
But
cups. Suction cups.
The important thing is it's material,
Just right.
and I'm grabbing it, right? It's not like my hand faces through it.
It is definitely material. It is squishy, and it does react to your touch.
Zargon's like, baby, I'm very real.
All right.
Oh boy.
Creek will rub his bony
This
hands
was
together.
really hard.
I'll get ready for this part.
There it was.
Now that Creek understands the tentacles, he rubs his hands together. As an action, I'm gonna karate chop the tentacle with a paralyzing touch, and I'm gonna say "Irashimashe" and chop it
Very well.
with a paralyzing touch.
Very well. I didn't know Creek speak Japanese.
He learned that in a bar once.
Yeah, in a bar somewhere.
Very well. And he passed.
No, it's a 30 to hit.
As the 30 will hit, but he passed the Constitution save.
Oh, it should be DC 20, but we can't customize it.
He passed the same. If it's DC 20.
Oh, okay. Then he'll take half damage, and he won't be... Actually... No, he actually takes the full damage, but he's not going to be paralyzed. Okay. So he'll take 25 cold damage, and it bypasses a resistance.
Very well.
Do I chop the tentacle off?
You do. And you're no longer grappled.
Thank God.
Yeah.
And what I'm going to do is ew, 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 and just rub my hand on the wall here.
So it's like rubbing his hand somewhere as the thought of a tentacle on its own.
And I'll look to Vokar, and I'm going to say with my bonus action, I'm going to Vokar, you have any ideas? These tentacles seem to spread pretty far. Are we supposed to do something with that monster with the little obelisk on his head?
Well, I assume we are here for the obelisk on his head, and something tells me that the creature is just not gonna give it to us. It's not gonna let us just rip off its head off. So, yeah, I think we're gonna have to do something about it. Or, by we, I mean you guys.
That's fine. Does the creature have to be alive? I'm not sure how this stuff works with creatures with stones on their head.
I have no idea. It's the first time I'm encountering something like this, just as you. At this
All right,
point, you have more information about it than I do.
Okay. Well, I appreciate it. Just if I need you around the corner, just try to throw me a heal when I need it later, all right? I'm good now, but...
All right. I can, Look, I have this scroll of invulnerability that Cyril gave me. And, told me to use in an emergency. And I assume you asking for a heal is likely in an emergency. So, would you like to take it?
No. I think you should have the scroll just because you're our most important. But if you need to join us in the battlefield, at least being invulnerable and healing us is better than letting me be invulnerable.
I can't see a flaw in your logic.
And Sushi Chef Creek will end his turn there.
Very well, Sushi Chef Creek. Oh boy. Robert De Niro, what would you like to do? What is your next miraculous plan to get out of this place?
Yeah, so I'm gonna start with let me get to the right level. Yeah, because I still got some 5th level slots left. I'm going to be summoning a fire elemental spirit using the summon elemental spell at 5th level. Does that work in this demi-plane?
Very well. I have to check something. It does work, yes.
Okay. Once the spirit arrives,
You said
I
fire
produce-
elemental, right?
yes.
Okay. Purplish flames erupt in front of you. And the creature that emerges out of it seems this amorphous flame-like creature that is all purplish, full of eyes and jaws everywhere.
Okay. Does it seem to be under my command as per the usual edicts of
So far, yes. So far, it seems to be under your command. I assume
Alright.
this breaks your concentration on the Hasbro outside.
Oh, yes. The Hezrel is sucked back. Since it was still under my control at the time that I broke concentration, it is just, boop, back down to the abyss.
Very well.
So I then I'm going to use my bonus action to produce the small dagger and or the small knife and little bag of sand from my inventory, from my backpack, hand them to this fire elemental and tell it, use these, melt them, and reshape them into a lock, into a keyhole.
Very well. He uses its purple flames, and roll a slay of hand. Let's see how good of a craftsman this fire elemental is.
Am I rolling that on my character sheet, or
using the
I
stat
couldn't
block.
find the?
Using the stat block of the elemental, which in this case,
Because I couldn't find the actual stat block for the elemental spirit.
Use 1d20 plus 2. That would be the modifier.
Okay. Not good.
The creature melts the sand and the knife in its hand and makes this beautiful glass ball which has 2 layers. One is pure metal sphere on the inside, and then the second one is pure glass on the outside. And then it gives back to you as if it had fulfilled its mission to 100% success, as it's very proud of its craftsmanship, and just gives back to you.
That was a good try. Maybe try again.
And it smiles with all its maws at you. And it blinks its eyes, and then it starts to melt the glass and the metal all over again. Roll again 1d20 plus 2.
Oops. $17.
Very well. And then it comes back to you with the same crystal ball as before, but this time there is a little hole right in the middle, as if it was a donut. And it seems very proud of what it made.
Very good. Very good. Thank you. And I believe that using demi-plane keys is an action, and since I've already used my action, I think I'm going to use my bonus action just to move my manifest mind a bit closer.
Very well.
Yeah. Okay. There we go. And that's going to be it for me.
Very well. And with that, Midge, what would you like to do?
Midge, realizing she is fully exposed, is going to reach into her bag and pull out a potion of healing, supreme healing, and chug it.
Excellent.
To heal 43.
What is your health now, Midge? 103?
103. And that, we're going to call that a bonus action, if that's okay.
Yeah, that's
And
fine.
then as an action, she's going to reach into her. Wait, maybe this isn't going to work. Sorry. Where is it? There it is. So, strapped to the side of her backpack, she still has the spike that she got from the Sharon spike.
Yeah.
Nice.
And she wants to wield it as a weapon. And she wants to charge forward and try to stab this creature with the spike.
Very well.
I don't know what I don't know what do I roll for this?
Just roll.
Because I just see I just have it in the inventory.
By any
I
chance?
have a dagger +2.
Okay, use. Well, yeah. Just use a normal dagger modifier. Use the dagger +2 without the +2.
Okay, let me equip it. I have it in my portable hole, so
Very well.
we'll just subtract 2. So a 29.
Very well. That will hit.
And what about for
DC of
damage?
this creature is 18.
Okay, what about
you
for
should-
damage?
Damage you should have. Ronaldo, what is the damage of your javelin? Without the special ability?
It is 1d6.
1d6. So very well. You
Yep.
have 1d6
So
plus.
D6 plus
your-
4.
Yeah.
D6. So, so 7 damage.
7 points of damage. Very well.
It's all she has. It's not magic.
Very well.
Because she realized she can't do
And
anything.
and I kick her,
And
sir.
as a reaction, the creature vomits in the best exorcist girl style. Just vomits a full blown cone of slime on you, just like. And you gotta go
He's okay with that.
DC 19 dex saving throw, Mitch, or you are in spam heaven for, well, at least from Mitch's point of view.
I'll use my my bardic inspiration. What is the? Is it a D12?
19. It's a DC 19 dex save.
Yeah, but what is the bardic inspiration? Is it
It's
D12?
a D12, yes.
Yeah, she just bathes in it.
Excellent.
27.
The creature showers you with that. You don't get poisoned, and you find it quite pleasant, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. I was needing to freshen up.
Ugh.
And Ronaldo is disgusted, apparently. And with that, Midge, is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, because everything else is magic, I believe. Let me double check. Bonus actions. It's all magic. He's probably immune to poison, so yeah, that's all I'm gonna do.
Very
Do you
well.
not have any temporary hit points anymore?
No, I'm just at 103. Straight up.
All right. Well, you're within my aura, so you get 24 THP at the end of your turn.
24 temporary?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
As long as you are ending your turn within my aura, you get temporary hit points.
All right, so I'm at 127 now, Legend.
Very well.
Yep. You got it.
And Ronaldo, here comes another whip your way as a legendary action. And that's a 24 to hit you.
Oh my god. My AC is 24. It's so high. He shouldn't be doing this.
It is.
Get out of here.
You
Jeez,
get-
it's like it finally hits him.
13 points of piercing damage, and Ronaldo, just like it happened before, it tries to grapple you, but the energy of the dark rose petals energy just appear around you again, and as the creature tries to wrap you, it just pushes the tentacle away. And with that, it's now the creature's turn. And at the end of this turn, Midge, you go back to being ill. Unless the creature does something about it.
If I survive, yeah.
And, all right. So, first of all, let's see if you're gonna... Oh, there you go. Splashy Splashy Fun returns. The creature starts to swirl around the slime, and just like it did before, it just makes a massive tsunami of slime in a 60-foot radius. And Cyril, I think that will catch you this time around. 60-foot radius. Yeah, it catches you, Cyril. So even you gotta do this DC 19 Constitution saving throw to avoid 36 points of acid damage and a poison condition for 1 minute.
Save, sorry?
Save is
22?
19. Yeah, Con 19.
19. Okay, pass.
Very well. Ronaldo, how did you go?
This doesn't count as a magical effect, right? It's just an ability.
It's just a slime, actually. It's just throwing the slime up in the sky.
What's the DC again?
19.
19.
I'm going to use my inspiration, my bardic inspiration.
Very well.
So that's just a D12, right?
Yes. Just a D12. Wow.
That's not what I meant.
Just a D12.
It's not a glorious D12. An incredible creek D12.
Very well. You've passed. So all of you take 18 points of acid damage. Midge as well.
Oh, my hat wouldn't be effective, right? So I'm not resistant. So I'd take the full 18.
Are you wearing your hat? No, so you don't take the 18. You take 9. Yes, your hat saves your ass. And in your head. And and with that, the creature is now going to do one gore attack. Yeah.
I have to roll a concentration. Real
Yes,
quick.
you do.
Yep, I'm good.
Very well. And the creature is going to do 2 tentacle attacks. One against Cyril and one against Ronaldo.
Oof.
Cyril,
Be gentle. Be gentle.
31 to hit you. Oh my god. And
Okay.
Ronaldo,
Yeah.
30 to hit you.
That hits, safe to say.
And Cyril, you take 21 points of piercing damage, and you are grappled.
Okay. Fantastic.
And Ronaldo, you take 11 points of piercing damage. And thanks to your pact with the Evening Glory, you are not grappled. As the petal, the dark rose petals protect you all the time.
Thank goodness.
Very well.
That's a lot of
And,
damage, though. That I took recently.
Currently your HP is quite low. If you keep taking damage like this, you're not gonna last long.
Yeah.
And with that, the creature ends its turn. And we're back at the top of the initiative.
Midge becomes the eel again.
Yes. And we're
Now,
back
question.
at the top of the initiative, Ronaldo. Yeah.
I have, and you can say I can't use these, but I was hoping you can. I have something called villain actions, which I can do almost as legendary actions that I can do once during each encounter after an enemy's turn. So immediately when I become the eel, can I use one of these actions? Since it's the end of his turn.
So, well, villain actions are like mythic actions.
Yeah.
They occur within a trigger, and the trigger is remind me, is the end of an
After an enemy's turn.
After the enemy's turn.
Which order
Okay,
of these?
fine.
Yeah, which order?
That's fine.
Do I turn into the eel and then take
That's
the
fine.
action?
Yeah, go ahead.
Or, okay. All right, that's what I was hoping you would do. So, immediately when Midge turns back into the eel, she will use fulminous wave, which is a crackling wave of electricity to an enemy within 30 feet of me. So it's electric pulse
Okay.
is what I just did.
Con
So it's
16.
a DC 16 con save.
It passed.
Okay. So then it will take half.
Yeah.
Oh, you have disadvantage on this because you're touching me. If you're touching the eel, it gives you disadvantage.
Okay. It passed.
Does it passed? Okay, so then it would take half that damage. So it's 14 lightning damage.
Very well. Very well.
And that's it. It just, yeah.
Okay. So Ronaldo, what would you like to do?
All right. Well, first things first. Bonus action to quaff a potion of healing superior, not supreme. Because oh boy, do I need health. 32. Very good.
Very well.
Let me just mark that down real quick. All right, and then he's going to fly past Zargon. He's going through this trajectory, and as he passes him, he's gonna be like backpedaling very suavely, just casually, and as he passes him, he's going to try to charm him with his aura, and he's actually going to do more. He's going to use the vestige. Once per day, he can cast the sympathy spell. Let's see. Let me show in VT2. Sympathy. And he has to make a wisdom saving throw. It's like, come on, big guy. Don't you want some more of this? Aren't you tired of that mean old eel over there?
What is the DC?
Let's see, should be...
It takes an hour to cast that.
Oh yeah, that is
Oh, it
true.
takes an hour?
Yes,
It
casting
does.
time
Yeah.
1 hour.
Oh, I thought
Yeah.
it lasted an hour.
No, it lasts 10 days, but it takes an hour.
Oh. Well, there
Sorry,
went that
dude.
plan. That's okay. Well, then I'll just use the regular old Evening Glory charm. Yeah, a DC 20 charisma save, or he will be very attracted to Ronaldo.
Aren't
Okay.
we all?
It doesn't work.
Ah. You have no taste! Well, so he'll be going along this way, but once he realizes that the monster has no interest, instead he will cast, since with haste he can do another action. Let me bring it up here. Mislead, and an illusion copy of Ronaldo will keep going this way. Another copy, but then the real Ronaldo will be invisible, and he's going to travel all the way up to where the obelisk is, as far up against the ceiling as he can, so he can get a good look and try to gauge how he might be able to deactivate or destroy this thing.
Very well. Very well, Ronaldo. And is that the end of your turn? As you are invisible and send the fake Ronaldo away?
Yes.
Very well. And with that is the turn of Volkar, who
Do
continue
I perceive
to do
anything? Like, can I investigate?
the horn, by all means.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Can I do perception, like looking around?
Okay, what are you trying to accomplish?
I want to see how I can approach the obelisk and destroy it or deactivate it.
Deactivate the obelisk. You don't know. Well,
Yeah.
you don't know if the obelisk is activated.
Okay.
Destroying the obelisk, there's
Yeah.
no check you can do to discover that.
Okay. Well, I'm just hanging around then, I guess. Okay.
Very well. Volkar says.
I tried to get him out of the acid, guys. I tried to lure him out of the healing stuff, but I got nothing. It failed.
We should just burn the healing stuff.
I wish. Burn it away somehow.
For the time being, seems that I'm just gonna stay here. Creek, go be a good meat shield or bone shield. Just head to the front lines and help your buddies. Come on, be useful.
Okay. I'll be the sushi chef up there.
Stop playing around with your instrument.
He's like, it's what I do.
You know what? I'm gonna ask for his signature.
And
My signature.
and with that, he's gonna hold an action and stay in place. Cyril, what would you like to do?
First off, I will shoot a mote from my crown and stars towards the tentacle holding me. As it's above me, I don't think
Very
it'll be
well.
with disadvantage. 16, that misses. Wow. That's my wow. That's my bonus action. As my action, I'm going to cast Dominate Monster on the beast that we are facing.
Very well.
And that's a DC 20 Wisdom. And I will use my Convergent Future to ensure we succeed this.
Excellent. Excellent. Really nice when you use your conversion future, and I have the pleasure to tell you it doesn't work.
Wow. Wow.
Not in this place.
Wow. Okay. That's so fine. Okay. That's my action. Bonus action.
But,
Can I
but
attempt
at
to?
least that gives you a tip of why it didn't work.
Absolutely. Would it be an action to try and break the grapple?
Yeah, acrobatic. No, not an action. I only charge half speed in my games for you to break out of the grapple. So
Okay, I
half
will
of your
attempt
speed
it.
and an acrobatics or athletics check, which you have to succeed, and the DC is 20.
Okay, that's a nat 20.
Wow, and you get inspiration for that. It seems you're
you.
quite used to get rid of tentacles. Maybe
Yeah,
this is not
just
your first trip with tentacles, Zero.
disgusting.
He's been to Drazolf's lab.
Yeah, many a time. Hence the need for the scroll of invulnerability. You know.
Yeah.
You are
I mean, stuff.
got all kinds of tentacles in Drazolf's lab.
Yeah, it's quite disturbing. I'll be honest. And with my 30 feet now with the carpet, I'll move to this tile here and into. Oh my god! It's the first time I've seen Eel Midge.
Yeah, he's
Oh
quite
my
a sight
God.
to behold. Yeah.
Oh my god, you're humongous. I didn't expect that.
You thought the biggest thing
And
you're
he-
gonna see here was the tentacle.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I absolutely did. And Dero's gonna look to Ronaldo and Robert, not knowing that Mage is this giant eel monster, and is gonna say, "Where's Drazolf? What's happened to Drazolf? Don't tell me he's died."
I have
With
to
a
say,
smile on his face.
I have to remind you, you have true sight, so you do know that that's Midge.
Oh, okay. In that case, he'll also look to Eel Mage as well when he's asking this question.
Where is Drazolf,
Midge
guys?
doesn't know. Midge wouldn't know that Drazolf is inside him, would he?
Well,
I don't think Midge saw it.
Midge attempted a rescue, didn't she? She pretends she was attempting a rescue.
Yeah, I don't remember if anybody was actually within visual
No,
range when
Midge
I
didn't
got
see it.
swallowed.
Midge, you got in range to see. You got in range to see the priest flying in the last session, and the tentacle attacked you when you were in range of the tentacle.
Yeah, but I was behind cover.
Very
I was
well.
staring at the wall. I was around the corner.
So you guys have no idea where Drazolf is.
No.
Yeah, where'd he go?
I don't think Ronaldo know either, because he was even behind Midge.
The last time you guys
Yeah.
saw him, he was shackled to dimensional shackles, and he was dragged through the air by the priest that Ronaldo just scared out of this place.
What a scumbag. He's not even here while we need him. That mad scientist, I bet you he's off exploring somewhere, doing what he does and trying to find some obscure thing that he can use for his betterment. And
He's just dancing around as a Nero.
Yeah, and he's not even doing a good job, is he? Scumbag. Absolute scumbag. And
know it.
the... Go on.
Oh, that was it. I was just saying.
Okay.
You're darn right.
And that's the end of my turn. Thank you.
Very well. And with that, Creek, what would you like to do?
Excellent question. Taking Vokar's advice, Creek is going to go into offense mode.
Very well.
All right.
About
Creek
goddamn
will.
time, Creek! Move your ass!
Creek will move in a sneaky way, avoiding that tentacle along the wall right here. He's gonna make a little finger gun and then go pew and fire a firebolt right at its face.
Fireball? Or
Firebolt.
firebolt?
Bolt.
Okay.
He summons a comet again.
I know, I went from Sushi Chef Creek to Sheriff Creek. Let's see if I hit it. Pow, said Creek. Did a 25 hit?
That hits, yes.
No, it's
I
a
do.
comic version. Pow! Kabang!
23 points of finger blazing damage. Pow!
Pew! Pew!
And I yell around the corner. I hit him right between one of those eyes. And I can't do anything with my bonus action. Actually, can I? Nope. Use my inspiration. Nope. Yeah, that has to end my turn for now. I've used a lot of my stuff.
Very well. As a legendary action, that tentacle that's near you is going to smack you. And that's a 25 to hit?
As my regular reaction, I silvery barbs it, being like, no way, partner.
Very well. That's now a 19 to hit.
That still hits me.
And that's 20 points of piercing damage, and you gotta do a concentration check for protection from evil and good.
I'm gonna use my inspiration to reroll that.
Okay.
Still good.
Very well. And to who you give your advantage?
Sierra already has it. Can I just give it to myself?
Sure.
Yeah, I'll give it to myself.
Very well. What else would you like to do, Creek, in your turn? Oh, you grab.
No, that was my reaction. Yeah. I get okay.
Oh, that was a legendary action, and with that, Robert De Niro, we're back at you.
All right. Well, now that I have a lock in which to use my demi-plane keys,
Yeah.
now I'm having trouble finding that.
You have a donut.
Well, I've got something that is not organic that I can put a key into. Is my understanding?
Have a hole. It's not a keyhole.
Is it not?
No, it's a donut hole.
Donut hole?
All right. Well, I'm at least going to give it a try.
Very well.
Because I honestly don't know what else I could do in this, like, void that I'm stuck in.
Very well.
So, I'm gonna try to use my demi-plane, use the demi-plane key to end this glass and metal donut hole thing.
Okay.
And see if it'll open a portal.
Very well. He does. He does open a portal. Believe it or not, it seems that that was a donut hole that was close enough to a keyhole. And you managed to open a door to a demi-plane.
All right. Well, since I can't actually move my wrists specifically, but I am amorphous, and since the portal was opened directly in front of my wrists by, definition of I opened it with my hands. So what I'm going to do is slurp the entire rest of my body through the portal and then slurp my hands around the sides of the shackles so that when the door closes and merge them into my forearms so that when the portal closes they will sever my wrists, taking the shackles with them, leaving the rest of me intact.
Very well. So the shackles don't prevent you to cross through portals.
No, but I can't. I don't have any control over their movement, so I can't
true.
like push them through. Correct?
So
Now
you're
you won't be
trying
able
to
to do
sever
anything
your
with
own
chromatic
wrists.
problems.
You were attempting to sever your own wrists in order to get rid of the shackles.
Yes.
Very well. It works. It works so well
Yeah. Yes.
that it cuts both your arms all the way above the elbow.
Oh.
Wait, above the elbow?
Yes.
Like, the shackles were, like, right in front of the
I know,
door.
but you
like-
miscalculated where the door of the demiplane was going to close. And that's what that nat 1 is there. So,
Ooh.
and
Oh no.
and with that, it will take 29 points of magical slashing damage.
Alrighty.
And I'm gonna ask you to roll concentration check DC 15 to see if your little buddy remains there.
Does it matter if I don't actually care? If you
No, you can just drop concentration.
I mean, I'll roll just for shits and giggles, but oh hey, that's a nat 20.
Oh.
There you go. You get it.
Does anybody need inspiration? Because I've already got.
So
All good, man. Who give to whoever.
no one wants inspiration. Very well.
Oh, I
I
do.
got it.
Very well.
Unless
Alright,
Drazolf needs it again.
You guys are
Oh
so
no, I
spoiled
still
with all
already
this
have it.
inspiration.
Like,
All right. Well, I really
Anybody
need it.
Very
all
well.
right, you got it.
Thank you.
Robert De Niro, you are now a handless Robert De Niro. Your arms don't regenerate. They just... And you don't have anything below the elbows. What would you like to do with the end of your turn?
Well, now that I am no longer in the belly of this beast and am back in my my sanctuary, I think I'd like to take a little rest.
Very well. Technically, Robert De Niro, your character would know that you didn't leave the ziggurat. Just like it happens in the Nine Hells when you use a demiplane or a pocket dimension, you go into the pocket dimension, but once you come out of it, you come out into the Nine Hells. And you imagine that when you come out of this, you're still gonna come out into the stomach of that creature, the demiplane stomach of that creature, or in the ziggurat.
Oh yeah, I'm keenly aware of that. But
Very well.
you know, I get spells back when I rest, so
Very well.
you know, I can
So
do
you're
more
just gonna
things.
take a nap.
Yep.
Very well.
But where did he turn up? Wait, where is he now?
In his demiplane.
Okay.
Yeah, I went back to my lab.
I thought he just said you couldn't go back to the.
No, you can't go back to your lab. You can go into a demiplane.
Oh, okay.
Well,
When you
yeah,
open the
but
demiplane.
the keys that I use, the demiplane keys that I use, take me back to my lab, which is in a demiplane.
Oh, your lab
Got
is
it.
in a demiplane. Very well. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
Okay. Very well. So with that, Robert De Niro is taking a nap.
Yep.
You, Midge, what would you like to do?
As a bonus action, she is going to Coiling Storm. She's going to try to coil around the god again. So I need a DC 17 dexterity saving throw.
Very well. And he failed.
Oh, nice.
All right, so he is grappled. And we will multi-attack,
You
so
gotta
she
do-
will bite him.
First, you gotta do a DC 19 dex saving throw to avoid the poison condition and 2d6 points of poison damage.
Okay. Oh, I do this as...
She no longer has poison immunity while an eel.
No. She takes the stat block of the eel.
25.
Very well. Keep going, Midge. What else would you like to do?
All right. So she has multi-attack, so she's going to bite first.
Yeah.
Uh, 15. I'll use my inspiration to re-roll that.
Okay. The AC is 18.
Yep. Oh. Okay. So
The
she
creature
misses
is-
her bite.
You try to bite, but it's almost as if the creature could anticipate your bite, and it just managed to still dodge it out of the way.
All right. Then with the second part of it will do a electric pulse.
Okay.
You have disadvantage on this on the con save.
All right. And it failed.
All right.
And after that,
This is great. So you're now dazed. So it takes the full damage, and you're dazed until the end of your next turn.
all right. Tell our audience what dazed is, because this is a third-party content.
Yeah. So hold on, I gotta go to it. So a dazed creature can do one of the following things on their turn: move, use an action, or a bonus action. That's it.
Very well. And
I mean, I can copy and paste. If a creature becomes dazed during their turn, the cure lesser restoration, greater restoration can remove it. It's kind of like when a dazed creature is affected by a spell or effect that gives them an extra action. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So one gives you one action movement or bonus action. And then the 42 takes the full 42. I like that.
very well. And with that,
S-
what else would you
hold
like
on.
to do?
Well, they're grappled,
They're grappled,
And-
dazed.
dazed, and then they took some good damage.
Yeah.
I'm not going to move because I'm just going to stay grapple. I'm just going to hold on to the grapple,
Okay.
and that'll be the end of my turn.
So as
Do
a
our attack.
reaction, he vomits all over you, Midge. Roll a DC
Okay.
19 dex saving throw.
Okay, go back to because it sent me to another page to read that. DC 19 dexterity saving throw.
Yes.
Nat 20.
Excellent. You get inspiration
Nice.
for that.
Fantastic.
Very well. And with that, as a legendary action, the creature is going to attack you with its tentacles, Midge.
Okay.
Very well. And that's a 31 to hit you for 14 points of piercing damage. And you are grappled back.
So here's a question. For Slippery, the eel has advantage on ability checks or saving throws made to avoid or end the grappled condition. Okay. So because that's a pure attack.
Yeah.
That wouldn't be effective.
Correct.
Okay. All right, so we're grappling each other. This is awesome. It's like a wrestling match.
It is a wrestling match. You're grappling each other, and it's a very disgusting slime fight. It's like a slime fight. You two are in the ring full of slime, and you just
yeah.
It's a big kaiju battle.
Yeah, entangling against itself, against each other, and
Just a big mess of creature.
yes, it's like a big knot of two creatures just trying to strangle each other.
Yeah.
And now Zargon is going to, first of all, let's see if it recharges. He does not. So he's going to do a gore attack against you, and 2 tentacle attacks, one against Cyril, one against Ronaldo. So
Now he
gore
has
attack
disadvantage
against
against us because he's grappled, right?
And it can only do, it's dazed. It can only do
that's right.
one thing.
One attack.
It can only do one action, or it can only do one attack.
Let me look.
Because multi-attack is one action.
Yeah, it's an action. So,
Okay.
yeah,
So
it can do
3
multi-attack.
So there you go.
Yeah.
So gore against Midge, that's a 14 Midge to hit you. I assume that misses.
That misses, yes.
Very well. And here comes two tentacle attacks.
He still gets
Se-
disadvantage versus us, though.
17 against Cyril. And 16 against Ronaldo. It misses all its attacks.
Yes.
Very well. And on that note, on that positive note, we'll conclude this session here. And we'll continue this battle in our next one. Thank you all very much for watching us and for staying with us all together. And yeah, we'll continue this battle in the next week. It's a pleasure having you all here. Thank you very much, and have a good week. Have a good weekend, everybody. Tomorrow we have a Gods versus Eldritch Horrors. Have a good night.
Have a good night.
Oh yeah.